Well, it's still Wednesday, the 24th, February 2021. Um, just did a couple hours worth of writing. Um, Time just passed. It got dark out. I kind of noticed that, people were coming home and going up and down hallways and up and down stairs, and I was just staring at the screen, looking at my thoughts. You know, I didn't get nearly as much done, the output, if it had been going naturally and it was just like a matter of just typing it, it wouldn't have taken, you know, 15, 20 minutes. But what I've got, just tonight, this probably represents a good 3 hours of thinking. The typing's not, that doesn't take long, because it's just thinking and how processing, what it is, and then to make it appear like how I think it's supposed to look. So maybe, just maybe, there's some transfer of information that means something to somebody else, like how it means to me. So something of me gets, known, and something like that. I don't know. Or it just helps me know myself. One or the other. It gets my thoughts exposed, so they can't remain hidden. But I did like the idea of how not all thoughts, breach the surface of threshold of awareness. They might, rise and then just almost, but never quite get realized. And they just kind of taunt. And it's like that tip of the tongue phenomenon. Where it's like, oh, that thing that it's almost, it's like, not. And then it might, oh, what was it? And then it slowly fades. Like, that dream that seems so vivid, surreal. It made sense. And if only you could hold on to it. But the more you hold on to it, the more it just escapes. So, anyway, trying to capture those moments while they're there, that's tough. And even if looking back on it, it's like, what the hell did that mean? It made sense, but now it has lost something. And it's only because lacking the words or the presence to be able to describe it accurately in a way to go back into that moment. Sometimes it's, I don't know, maybe it's a matter of practice or experience, but you can read other people's writing and at least you think that you're getting into their moment. But are you getting into their moment? No, I don't think so. It's like I read a lot of people's writing and it's like I know it means something to them totally different than whatever it means to me. And I just try to appreciate it, appreciate the not knowing. Because I just know that it'll never, even if it's explained to me, I mean, in theory it shouldn't have to be explained. In theory. But I will just be so off track. It's like I don't even know where to begin sometimes. It's like you could hand me a compass and a map. I'd still be lost. What planet is this again? So, anyway, I got some writing done, and I feel like I've caught up. I don't even know. But just my sense of connection. it is weird, very weird, and it could just be all in my imagination, and it very well could be. I have to understand that and be okay with that. And it is a risk, and I've thought about that too. Yeah, I forgot to write about it, but I remembered it, so I'll talk about it. About calculated risk. I would like to say that it's a calculated risk, but there is no calculation going on. This is a completely uncalculated undertaking. There's a given risk that I am wrong. But when is that ever not the case? That there's a risk that I'm wrong. I can be wrong about anything, at any time, about anyone or any situation. I just knock the tail. No worries. But and it's not like it's a big surprise that, like, oh my gosh, I make mistakes and I'm wrong about stuff, and I don't get everything right on the first try every time, and I'm not great at the stuff I do, and not everybody likes me either. I am thoroughly disliked by a good many people, and it's not for any fault of theirs. It's from the way I interact with them. Because some part of me at some point, I don't even remember, had just decided that certain people, it's like, I don't need them around me, and I don't need to interact with them, because if I start interacting with them, they'll keep interacting with me, and I don't want that, because I've just gotten a sense that, I remember, but I don't take the time to reinvestigate. People they're just loud and obnoxious, and a little bit, what's the word? Excessively vulgar, and they're and it's just loud, and they talk too much. When I'm comfortable, I talk, but just out and about around other people, I don't talk. I'm very quiet and reserved, and it's only once I get to start to know people that I open up, and, so I don't know. It's not a character defect, as some people like to talk about everything as a defect. It's got to be a defect. That way you can work on it, so you can fix it. No. These are not things that I need to fix. These are not even things that I need to excessively work on or identify. I can acknowledge them, accept them, and I get to call them, character traits, not defects. Idiosyncrasies, eccentricities, permutations. I like words. What was the word? Logophilia? Logophilia? Love of words. Like bibliophilia was love of books. Logophilia? Something like that. Logos, pathos, ethos. Never did find out what those characters were. I tried looking it up myself, because I know it seems to recall or something familiar about those characters being represented somewhere, like characters on a TV show or a cartoon, maybe? Might have been a cartoon. Or a movie, I don't know. Well, I tried looking it up, I couldn't find it. And as far as being back on track, it felt like my stopping of, or trying, I don't know, to stop draw back on giving attention because I was thinking I was being annoying and giving too much attention. And that, I felt, got negatively received. So I started giving attention again. And I don't know. I'm just making it up now. But it feels like I'm back in step, resyncopated, or something like that, like connection reestablished. Like it was noticed, and it wasn't liked. It was like, what? And then I noticed that it was noticed, and I got back in line. I don't know. But I don't know if I think I would be told. I'd like to be told if I was being annoying. I just don't know where the boundaries are. You know, I like to think maybe I've got this, but I like knowing rules. Rules are good. I can follow the rules. I like rules. I like when things are identified for, that way I know exactly, you know, kind of where I stand. I don't know if that's a bad thing or not. That's how I am. That's where it's like I don't like to lead. You know, I prefer to follow. And so it's like when I am put in a position where it's like I am looked to as a leader, it's like, what the hell? I'll be reluctant and I'll try to assign stuff to other people, like, you know, delegate. I like to delegate. You know, I'm more like the diplomat than the leader. I like to negotiate and, you know, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and the other thought was about mirroring. It's like, I don't know. It's like, am I mirroring, or are they mirroring, or is it, you know, it's like, you know, when you see like in like a picture or in a movie or something, and there's a mirror on one wall and a mirror on the opposite wall, and then there's an image, and you can see the infinite mirrors stretching all the way through. And it's like the depth of images going into the frame and out. It's almost like the phenomenon, I always forget, so I'm going to say it now, because it's different than the mirror thing, but the dolly zoom effect, where there's that of depth and perception of focus, and it does that. I don't know what the words are, but it gives that surreal impression that there's something unnatural going on that needs to get a lot of attention, because this is the moment that something is happening and needs recognition. So I get those sometimes, but I don't have a dolly to zoom. So anyway, I feel pretty good about tonight, even though nothing happened. But I feel like I participated in my own life, and I had a good evening. Just being by myself, writing in my apartment. It's like, that's what I do. And I like to think I'm very low maintenance and a low upkeep individual. I don't have much of an entertainment budget. I mean, I could afford more stuff, but I don't really seem to need it. It's like I'm good with a few toys or technologies, whatever I want to call it. As long as I have internet, I'm okay. But even then, I probably could survive without it if I had to. But while it's there, I might as well use it, I guess. Right? I don't know. I don't need to go be like Henry David Thoreau in Walden. Not yet. But even then, it's like I don't really have the survival skills. There's nothing I couldn't learn. But what anybody else can do. It's like fire starting. It's like I can make a fire. I've never had to use a bow drill, but with enough trial and error, we'll probably figure it out. But I prefer flint and steel myself, or magnesium and a knife. But that would only last for so long. Flint and steel with a striker, that'd probably be better. So, anyway, but I don't really have too much practical experience with the wilderness survival. But there's nothing I can't learn. At least I don't believe so. And as far as I don't know. I was kind of rambling. But no, it was good writing. I liked what I saw. I'm enjoying that it's getting longer days out. I might go for a walk tomorrow. I'll check out the forecast. See if it looks like it's going to be a good morning to capture a sunrise and go out to a field and see what I see. Or just go out to a field anyway. Because, why not? So, anyway, I guess that's all I got. There's no reason to let this drag on.